What's up? Tyler from Plugged On. I'm here with an album review. This time I'm going to talk about the new album from the band The Raven Age, titled Conspiracy. This is their second album, and Raven Age, they're a relatively new band. A lot of people probably know them recently because they are going on tour with Iron Maiden in the summer in the U.S., but they've been on some big tours, Killswitch, Anthrax, all that stuff. They also are founded by George Harris, the son of Steve Harris, Iron Maiden bassist fame. Him and Dan Wright formed the band. Dan Wright recently left the band. They got a new singer, Matt James, as well for this album. So a little bit of changes there. But the Raven Age is certainly a band, and I think is on the rise a little bit with getting on some big tours. And I recently just kind of... Their last album kind of caught my attention a little bit, but I gave the whole thing a listen. I just couldn't get into it. But it's something about, I think, Matt James's vocals and then just the songs that they put together on this album. Now, they're a little bit more kind of a new school take on maybe some traditional metal in a way. Some new school sort of riffs. But then you can feel the influence of some older bands in there for sure. And I enjoy that sort of stuff. To me, this album reminds me a lot of Dee Snider's For the Love of Metal and Stick With Me. I loved that album last year. It was my 5th favorite album of the year, if you go back to my list. Do I think that was the one, there was probably some albums that I listened to that were overall better than that one, but I just loved listening to it so much. It made me so happy to listen to a lot of those songs, and this one is kind of the same way. I just think some of these songs are a joy to listen to. If you just want something more straightforward, something that jams, maybe a little bit more little rock influence in there, but then also combined with just some really solid riffs at times. The riffs have a good pace to them. They have a good chunk to them with their production, and a lot of them feel a little bit more metalcore like I could hear them in just about any metalcore band. But it's cool to hear them in more of a traditional metal fashion or more of a rock fashion at times. Betrayal of the Mind, Fleur de Lis, Surrogate, The Day the World Stood Still, those were the songs they released ahead of time, and I think those songs do stand above a lot of them. Betrayal of the Mind is so good. I think the main riff is fucking awesome, but then my favorite part of the entire song is in the second verse. They change it up and they just do some open palm mutes, and then when the band kind of stops and Matt James keeps going, then it busts back in. It's only like a little 2-second gap, 2 or 3 seconds there. So good, so sexy. I love it. The chorus is super catchy on that one. The chorus is really catchy on Surrogate as well, and Fleur de Lis. Surrogate I like. Surrogate and The Day the World Stood Still I like because of the melodic atmosphere. I love the lead guitar in a lot of those cases, especially Surrogate. I love the drums and the rhythm guitar combined with that guitar lead. I think overall is really good. And they released that song a really long time ago. The Day the World Stood Still, it has a really nice guitar lead as well, and is a strong track. They bring some heat with the track Stigmata. That is one of the best songs in terms of energy, bringing some heaviness, some real quick speed there, which I really like. And I think putting it between The Day the World Stood Still and Surrogate in terms of pacing really helps. Just kind of keep things interesting, change it up a little bit. I think a track that really showcases Matt James's vocals, I think he sounds great on this album. And a track that really showcases is Forgotten World. It's a slower, more ballad-like song, and I look forward to this band doing a few more of these because I think he's a great singer and he can carry something like this pretty well. Tomb of the Unknown Soldier is a fine track as well, with nice riffs, nice energy. But then I think one of the standout songs is the closer for the album, Grave of the Fireflies. You can feel the Iron Maiden influence in that one. It goes a lot of different places between, you have your slow parts that build a lot of atmosphere, a lot of mood to them. You have your riffs that are really fast in your face sort of stuff. It's all over the place, and it's a great performance by Matt James on that one. I think that's one of the stronger tracks, and it's cool to see them, write maybe some more simplistic, standard sort of songs in terms of structure that I think are just fun to listen to, and they come off well, but then do something a little bit bigger. The song's about 8 minutes long, and I think it's a good way to end the album because it shows that, hey, these guys, in the future, maybe they can go a little bit more in this direction, do a little bit more of this stuff. I would love to see that. I just think it's a fun album to work. It's not the best album I've ever heard, but if you want some kind of standard metal in the modern age, I think this is a fine listen. 8 out of 10 for me. Let me know what you think of the Raven Age's new album, Conspiracy. Thanks for watching. See you later.